Tulleys Farm, a name synonymous with magic and wonder. For decades, this extraordinary farm has been at the heart of creating unforgettable events, welcoming hundreds of thousands of visitors each year.
We've never launched something that has taken off so quickly.
Nestled in the picturesque countryside of West Sussex, this remarkable farm in Crawley comes alive each season with something truly spectacular.
It's surpassing any other event that we've ever done.
This year, thousands of visitors are set to experience its newest and most breathtaking attraction.
It's up to the tulips, really, isn't it? Not us.
Our cameras have been granted exclusive behind-the-scenes access for the very first time.
It's going swimmingly.
Oh Christ! What are we? Is this all gonna work?
We'll uncover what it takes to create the UK's largest tulip festival and reveal why it's become a must-visit destination.
We do open tomorrow, which is going to be an interesting process.
Tulleys Farm has kept its secrets hidden behind closed doors for decades.
I think it's the first time this has been done here, so we'll see.
Until now.
Have we got the BBC in today, Jack?
Yes.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Tulleys Farm in West Sussex.
Tulleys Farm.
Tulleys Farm.
Tulleys Farm in Crawley.
Tulleys Farm in Crawley.
Tulleys Farm.
Daisies live from the blooming fields of Tulleys Farm.
It's been a massive surprise.
We've set up this tulip festival that's just exceeded all expectation.
When you come with these ideas or you see something and that you can adapt it.
I don't think there's been an event that we've set up here at Tulleys that's had this sort of demand, which is just incredible.
Tulleys Farm was founded by the Beare family in 1937. Tulleys is barely recognisable from the modest dairy farm it once was. From those early days of inviting a handful of visitors on site, the family-run farm has grown into one of the UK's most successful experience-led businesses.
We went out to America and we went to a conference called NAFMA, and it's basically a big conference where all the American farmers come together and ideas get thrown around, and people were doing tulips some people do it in a fairly small way, and there's 2 or 3 farmers doing it in a fairly big way, and it sort of caught our eye. We had a few conversations. There's one chap in particular from Wicked Tulips. We just got chatting to him and he starts talking about his tulips, and we're thinking, that's not a thing in the UK at all. Immediately we weren't sort of tied straight into it, but the more we got chatting, the more we actually looked at each other and went, this could be a good if we can get them to grow it, this could be a good idea.
Holland, a country that took one flower and turned it into a science. As for Stuart and Sam, they're about to find out what happens when you try this in Britain.
Well, we're off to see Simon and Leanne and their daughter Romy. We're hoping to see their tulip event, so they put on an event called Tulip Farm, which is building numbers real quick, and then we're off to Cookenhof this afternoon to have it around there. So a tulip-filled day.
The Tulip Barn, where over 1.5 million tulips are in full bloom.
That's pretty impressive.
It looks good. It looks good where they've taken the heads up.
It does, yeah. Yeah, no, it's impressive. Really nice. It's really impressive.
We had all the fields that are green now were also full of color.
Okay.
And we have walking paths between those production fields and farm fields. So people were allowed to take those walking paths and then go all the way to the railway. So now we're more compact.
Yes.
So it turned out to be that not everybody's really happy about it anymore.
With the seed fully planted, the father and son duo are keen to learn more.
Well, you would have to give us, I don't know, 10, 12, 15, 20 varieties that we could sell.
Yeah.
They've done a really, really nice job. They're on slightly wider beds, so they've got more compact flowers out there.
It's really interesting. I was trying to understand some of the husbandry of it all and how they've done it. We're going to Cookenhof now, which is going to be quite a highlight, I hope. It's been running for 75 years, and it started off as a sort of a cooperative, I think, of various Dutch growers that were putting their bulbs into the mix, and it's mushroomed into what's supposed to be the largest spring garden in the world.
hailed as the garden of Europe, over 7 million bulbs spanning 800 varieties are in full bloom.
It's basically a Disneyland for tulips. I would describe it as Disneyland for tulips. The entranceway, all the gardens, what Disney did for the mouse, these guys have done for tulips. Actually, obviously, it's completely different from what we're trying to create at the farm, which is more, I suppose, an interactive type of experience with them. But this is much more of it's a proper garden, well-mature trees, and it's flower beds beautifully planted out with tulips and water, and it's really nice.
Back in West Sussex, Stuart sets his sights on the impossible to create the UK's largest tulip festival, a vision that is destined to captivate the nation.
This is the first time the tulips has been done in this kind of tourist way here before. Yeah. You've got quite a lot of the big houses and gardens, National Trust properties do a tulip season, plant the bulb and then do a sort of tulip festival. There's a few people doing pick your own, but we can't find anybody else that's approached it like this.
It quickly dawned that Stuart and his son Sam couldn't do this alone. So they flew in the very best tulip experts to the farm, Leanne and her daughter Romy. With Leanne and Romy on home soil, Stuart wastes no time to dig out the details.
So we've come to the right place. So as far as Tulleys doing a tulip festival, and the idea is that we create a field that looks like a mini version of Holland. I think we're going to try and build a windmill and put it in the middle of it. So photography,
that's ultimate
the windmill is in the background. I might even make some clogs.
Yeah.
Bicycles?
Yeah.
Well, bicycles, of course.
To be exactly, I think you had 520,000 bulbs.
Okay.
So that's a good start for first year.
Yeah. So there's around 100 varieties.
Yeah.
And then some of them would
blends.
be blends of different varieties.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not a flower designer. I'm not really a garden designer. Mm-hmm. Hopefully we can find out that I can grow some tulips. That's something else actually. We've got quite a big deer population around here. And I imagine deer will love tulips.
That's a problem.
Yeah. So we can fence them out.
The UK's largest tulip festival starts not with beauty and colour, but with grit and determination. Stuart and his team take the first bold steps of planting over 500,000 tulip bulbs.
We were warned when we planned this and we looked into how we can do it. We were given two options. You either till the soil, and we're on quite a steep slope, or part of the field that they've gone into is quite a steep slope. So if you till the soil and make a seed bed effectively in end of October, early November, with clay soils, it's just going to go to mush. You're never going to be able to drive on it. So that wasn't really an option.
Every row must be precise, every bulb perfectly timed. With spring already on the horizon, the race against time has begun.
We still didn't know whether they were going to grow properly and whether we got the right soil for it. Obviously we're very, very clay based. Told by the bulb producers that they will work in clay based soil, and sort of just trust the process.
Being first to market with something in the UK, there's a really nice tulip farm up in Norfolk called Norfolk Tulips. They do a great job. They are a bulb producer, so they open the fields as a secondary element to what they're doing very cleverly, and they raise money, a fantastic amount of money for charity each year. But it's not specifically done as a tourist attraction. It's a byproduct of what they're doing. This is the first time this has been done as a tourism attraction and engaging people with that season, I suppose.
This isn't just farming, it's a vision, and it all begins in the dirt. Back over at main site, another story is unfolding. Award-winning set designers Ian and Katka are building a world from the ground up.
So we're currently working on the furniture for the merchandise area of Tulips. So we sell like things like kids' clothing and candles, everything you'd find in like a really nice, lovely shop. We also sell doggy merchandise, things like dog collars, dog leads, dog bandanas, dog bow ties. So we came up with the idea of having a specific dog display, and our idea is just over here, and it's like a doggy garden. So we're going to have dog bowls that we put the items in, and hopefully make it a bit more quirky, like everything at the farm. Bit quirky. Yeah, that'll work.
Meanwhile, back over on the Tulip site, the festival construction is in full swing.
How do I stand? Do I look good?
Known affectionately by the team as the resident Tulleys tech guru, Michael Kemp has gone off grid, quite literally.
So over here at the Tulips, we don't actually have any permanent power. So we've had to install a solar system so we can have year-round power. They power CCTV, network, Wi-Fi, and we've also got 240 volts on the side. So currently the entire site is currently being built using solar power. So all of the chop saws, drills, etc. is all running off the solar panels. And this is all of the kit that's required to kind of make all of that happen. We've got 5,000 VA. We've actually got a status display down here. So it gives us a status of what... So at this precise moment, we're currently generating 350 watts from the solar. We're only using 280 watt throughout the site, so all of the lights. I think it was a good, solid decision and a bold move.
However, all of this planning and hard work would be rendered pointless unless someone actually turned up.
We actually did our first open dated release when we still didn't have tulips coming out of the ground, and that was quite a ballsy move, I suppose. But we had everything ready to go. The website was ready, and we sold open dated tickets, which are really popular because it gives everyone the flexibility to sort of come when they like. And anyway, we put them on sale, and tickets flew. They really straight off the bat, 7 a.m. Woke up 6:30, got the tickets ready. They went on at 7, and it just kept jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping. It got to 9:30, and we had sold quite a few thousand tickets. And I went up to the tulip field and had a look, and he's sort of squinting at the field. I go, hang on a minute, I think we might need to slow this down.
I think that was at the point we realised that actually we could be onto something here that is going to be really popular.
Stuart is back on site, which means pointing at fields, waving his arms, and assuring us that eventually all of this will make sense.
It's very work in progress, but you can see some bits that we made over the winter. We created 2 giant wheelbarrows. This will take centrepiece as one of the sort of prop photo opportunities, and then these are going to be filled with tulips that will hopefully be in flower. So you'll come into the festival, there's quite a lot of marquees going up, which is for sort of cover for obviously for sun and rain. Sort of a layer on top of the tulips, we're putting in quite a lot of photo backdrops. There's another windmill going down in the field, which is a sort of full height, big Dutch style windmill. This is going to be a street scene, which has a food unit at the top end underneath the windmill, and then you drop through into seating area and then a bar at the bottom. It's all built up, so it's sort of a temporary street structure, but it should give a real flavour of sort of like a Dutch farm is what we're trying to aim for. Yeah, lots of bits. It's like a giant piece of IKEA furniture, and then there's lots of different food things coming in. We've got some Dutch sort of waffles and Dutch pancakes. That's all going to be set up around an arch around the top there, so it'll become a sort of in the round really of food and drink options. How are we doing, boys?
It's all good.
Yeah?
We've got a problem here, we've got a bit of a hole.
We have?
Yeah,
are you missing a bit?
Rotten, Ron has took it off.
Oh, is it?
We've got another one.
What can you do? I don't know, you know.
It is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like I say, whatever wood we've got laying about is what
It's awkward it's in the wrong place though.
everything's wrong.
There's a lot to do to get this actually working as a tulip festival. So this is going to be built up hopefully by the weekend. We've then got various marquees coming in for rain covers. There's the food units to come in, the kitchens to come in, and there'll be the toilet units to come in, and then all the display elements to bring this to life. So we've got tractors, there's a VW Beetle, a huge windmill that's going to be built out in the field, old carts, everything to try and make this recreating sort of like an old time farm, but with a flavour of Holland, so it's Dutch.
Meanwhile, farm manager Tom Moon is the man responsible for making it all work. From shifting machinery, moving infrastructure, and making sure that hundreds of thousands of tulip bulbs were planted the right way up.
Yeah, it's come on leaps and bounds, you know, getting those containers chipped into place as you saw, the fencing up, obviously we're doing some trench work as well, getting some stuff put in here. Yeah, it's evolved very quickly in the past couple of days, to be fair, which is great, you know, that's what we want. I'd like to think we've broken the back of it now. The windmill is the concerning project in terms of what to get up next. The bar was the big project, but we feel like we've got that in hand now. I suppose the next challenge beyond that would be getting the marquees dressed up, and all the bits in place, and the emissions building finished up. I'm concerned, I think the guys are as well, time scales wise, they're going to be out, we might not be ready, but it's, you know, it's what it is, part of the fun, isn't it? It's up to the tulips really, isn't it? Not us.
But without tulips, the whole idea rather wilts.
How many flowers have we got now? So we've got 5 flowers out of 500,000. Yeah. All right, we're going up. Go and have a look. So since we planted them, which they went in November, it hasn't stopped raining. And one of the things that the bulb producers told us was they don't want to sit in water all winter. But fortunately, we're on a bit of a slope here. We drained it really well beforehand, so hopefully they seem to be growing okay. So we've got 3 acres of tulips. We've planted 500,000 bulbs, or just over, back in the end of mid to the end of November. Today we're cutting the grass through, so we've planted them under grass, and then we've killed the grass in the lines where the tulips are, and then the grass stripped in between where people will walk. We went to a big bulb producer in Holland that has basically talked us through how to do it. So the first one is the weather here in November when the bulbs are supposed to be planted is normally pretty shocking. We're on really heavy land, so it's quite wet. So to produce a seed bed or like a plant bed that we can plant these into wasn't going to happen. So what was proposed, which is different from how people would produce them commercially, is that we made this into a lovely grass meadow, and then we've planted the bulbs using a machine under the ground, so under the turf. So cut them, lifted the turf up and dropped the bulbs down underneath, and then rollers came along behind it and sealed that down. So they were growing in freshly. The grass was produced last year. The field was cultivated, so it's sort of fresh ground underneath. But in that way, we could travel on top of the grass, get the tractors and equipment and the machine on to do it, whereas we would never have gone on the ground if it had been bare soil. And because it's on the slope, and we've had a very wet winter, I think most of the soil, if we'd have left this as soil, would have ended up at the bottom of the slope. The erosion would have been horrendous with all the rain that we've had over the winter. So we've kept everything in the right place. The bulbs haven't all ended up down the bottom of the field. And now they're obviously all starting to come through. Lots of different varieties, all flowering at slightly different times. The idea was that the early flowering ones are at the bottom of the field here. So by the time we get through the season, those ones will have gone over, but they're at the furthest distance on the field. So as you get back to the entrance, they should be in full flower there. I say we've got a few tulips like the one just down here in flower now. But the ones alongside it, they're probably maybe a month away from flowering, and that's a random one. And the other ones around it look like they're a couple of weeks away from flowering. So it's a little bit of guesswork in what we're doing.
The whole thing wouldn't be very Dutch without another windmill.
So Alan from Aardvark here, he's jigged up this frame for our windmill. So he's very kindly set the legs up with a jig so we know exactly where it's going, because our slight fear with it was that we were going to plop it in, set all the forms up, plop the bases in and go, oh, it's wrong by 40 mil or something like that. So he's very kindly made this base up to extra effort, and he was painting it at 7:30 last night. So yeah, he's and come all the way from Bristol to here, so that's a couple of hours, isn't it? And he's helped us jig this up. So now we've just set this all up level. So the windmill is obviously sitting level, but we've got once again the challenge of a hill. So once we've based everything up, which we have, got everything set where we want it, we're now going to put some shuttering around it, some forms, so then we can pour concrete in that and secure it with rebar into the floor as well. So any wind, weather, anything else like that shouldn't push our windmill over, because we weren't 100% confident how stable it was going to be with being quite exposed up here. So yeah, with any luck, it should be alright, shouldn't it? But no, we're pretty confident it's not going anywhere, because that's pretty substantial. That's like house style. So yeah, we're pretty sure we're going to be okay. So shouldn't be a challenge from now.
It's going to be an interesting story. He's knocked a windmill down.
With the festival build well underway, things are starting to look vaguely organised.
Lots to paint, but hey ho. Spend most of our weeks painting wood to look like wood.
We've got a barn that was in the middle of nowhere, and downpipes and drainage that run to it, because the barn's been built in a hole which wasn't uphill. And so the water's been pooling in the corner there, and the gutters and downpipes that come down had nowhere to go. So we're just digging this drain in to join our French drain down here, so that we've got less water. But unfortunately, the river's not really on our side, but at least it tests where our drains go, doesn't it? But it's not ideal. At least it's all learning something, isn't it? So yeah, the amount of people that are here, the core team, actually, yeah, it's quite small really, and the amount of stuff that we can sort of all diversely achieve is quite, it's all right actually, yeah. And we're all learning something new, like the chaps. Haven't done a lot of drainage yet. I mean, I've not done loads, but I've had a little bit of experience. But this is all new to them, so it's kind of like a bit of a, well, that's the theory, let's try it out kind of thing, so.
It's the day before opening day. Against all the odds, the tulips have bloomed. They stand tall, bright and defiant. However, beyond the blooms, the site is far from ready. But with opening day looming, no amount of hard work can negotiate the great British weather. And today, it's appalling.
Blimey.
It's raining. And I suppose April showers would normally be the giveaway, wouldn't it? But yeah, we're opening tomorrow, and it's pissing down.
We've got fixing leaks everywhere. We've got learning how to make Dutch pancakes. We do open tomorrow, which is going to be an interesting process. I took the machine home the other evening, thinking it was going to be a really easy job to make these little mini Dutch pancakes. And it turns out it's a really professional skill. An hour and a half later, we're still none the wiser. All the signage is going up. Photo ops got to go out in the field. And it's raining, which is typical British weather.
And what's going on? Why?
The windmill may be getting taller, but Tom's margin for error is quickly shrinking.
Cutting it a bit fine as per usual, isn't it? But the weather's not really been on our side, so now the rain's died off, it should make life a bit easier. But it's been a good test for the windmill, our base that you saw us do, so we're still here, so it's okay, isn't it? I think the marketing boys have had a bit of a challenge getting everything tied down as well, which has been fun.
oh Christ, what are we? Is this all gonna work and happen?
We've got a slight leak on the top of the where the windmill hits the roof, and we can't seem to cure it. So once it stops raining again, we'll go back up again, dry it off, and have another look at it. And we'll get there. It's just a case of feathering it.
I think we need to open. People that have booked tickets, anyone with open data tickets, will just not come tomorrow. Anyone that's fixed dates and times for tomorrow, we will send an email out to, basically switching everything to open data tickets. So then it gives them the flexibility to come another day. And we'll open, test the systems, get everything working, and just, even if it's just for a couple hundred people. Well, the weekend's looking better. Saturday's looking good. Sunday's looking good. Monday's a bit more sort of showery potentially. The longer range forecast is for April showers. So we will see. There might be a really good reason why nobody's done this in England before. We'll see.
It's opening day. The team have done everything they can. The site is almost finished and the gates are ready to open. Now, everything depends on one thing: the Great British weather.
We're an hour before we open, and it's raining quite hard now. But they do give it, ever the optimists, they do give it coming brighter by about 11:30, 12. So hopefully we'll be able to have a good test today and see whether this idea works. Yeah, so it's a soft launch this weekend. We were going to open next Wednesday, which is the 3rd of April. We brought it forward a week, really, just to see whether it would. Maybe we ought to test the systems and see whether we've made any mistakes with this before we get lots of people in.
After a quick team talk, the moment has arrived. The gates are finally open. This is Tulleys Tulip Festival. And somehow in a Sussex field better known for ghouls and pumpkins, they've pulled off something extraordinary. And by some sort of a miracle, even the weather chose to cooperate. Row after row of vibrant colour that feels joyful, generous, and completely unmissable. There's places to stop, food to enjoy, and views that will make you forget that you're still in Britain. This isn't just a field of flowers, it's an entire festival. And frankly, it's blooming marvellous.
So it's a beautiful, beautiful tulips, and I love it. And it's not very far from London, especially it's an hour drive from London. So it seems that Holland is in our hometown.
There's so many, and all the different locations, like the windmill, the heart, all the little stars up there. It's important to get your right picture, and it's nice and fun.
It's absolutely amazing. Can't believe there are so many tulips here in Sussex.
I've always wanted to go to Amsterdam and go to the tulip fields there, so it's kind of the closest you can get, really.
It's beautiful and a very good idea.
We just want to get some nice pictures, and it's April, and it's like the first, it's like spring, and it's just, we haven't seen flowers for like ages, and it's just nice to experience some colour.
It's incredible. It's amazing that the infrastructure that they've put together here, but to say, I'm not surprised with Tulleys. They're just so incredible and very high class with everything they do.
I wasn't exactly sure what people were coming to. It was sort of like, well, we think this is going to work. It might be popular. And then as we've gone on, we've realised that it really is. Have we got the BBC in today, Jack?
Yes.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Tulleys Farm in West Sussex has planted 500,000 tulips, which are now in bloom.
I think the Tulleys brand is well trusted now. We've been here for over 50 years, welcoming people to the farm. We've tried to make the events that we do well, we do them as well as we can.
Daisy is live from the blooming fields of Tulleys Farm, surrounded by a carpet of colour. Isn't that beautiful?
Nice, Daisy.
Morning, Daisy. You look gorgeous.
I think people trust the brand, so that's one thing. I think our press and PR team are really, really good, so that we can get the message out, what we're doing and what we're trying to do really well. And the connections through the media have been really good. We've had all of the major news channels picking it up, focusing on it. I think the power of social media, if you get it right, if you've got a great product and you've got a great experience, the social media will either kill it or it will excel it. And fortunately, people have enjoyed what they've come to. They've enjoyed the pictures. We haven't actually got a big marketing budget behind the project, but the social media pickup has just generated, and it's just snowballed the whole thing out of control, really, almost.
BBC South East Today, Turners Hill.
Ensuring the wheels keep turning, Dave from security is on traffic duties.
Yeah, we're still getting people turning up, reading the signs for the tulips coming in. 90% of them are taxis. They were informed, they've all been informed. But what it is, because there's two different postcodes, the postcode that the taxi drivers put in, the biggest ones is Uber. They turn up the postcode for here, and actually the postcode for up the road is a different postcode. And 9 times out of 10, they actually drive past the tulips and come in here instead. But we redirect them, they're happy about it. We have had a few moans and groans, but other than that, everything's been fine. How can I help you? Yeah, up the road. Thank you very much. Take care. So there's the situation there. We have a taxi turned up to pick somebody up from the tulip farms. They've come in here because of the postcode, yet the postcode is up there. They've ordered it from the tulips. We've redirected her. She's phoned the customer. The customer's told me she was, and now she's heading up to the tulip farm to pick him up.
Meanwhile,
there's so many people taking photos in front of the windmill that we need to do this bottom bit slightly different. So I'm thinking of replicating some barn doors that we've got up on the shed over there, which we're going to replicate in the middle. Put a step on and basically make a sort of a platform that people can stand and make the photo a little bit better, I think. So I'm going to go see Steve the carpenter now and see whether we can't get something turned around today, ready for tomorrow morning.
We've set up this tulip festival that's just exceeded all expectations. We've sort of budgeted for 12,500 people, and the demand has just gone through the roof.
I don't know, we're a week into this and the projections could be 4 or 5 times that.
I don't think there's been an event that we've set up here at Tulleys that's had this sort of demand, which is just incredible. The visits to the website are surpassing any other event that we've ever done.
And the distances people are travelling, they're coming. This isn't sort of Brighton, South London, within a sort of 30-minute, 45-minute drive time. We've been speaking to people that are coming down from Manchester and up from Cardiff and up from Southampton and all over. And what's going on?
The videos and the pictures that are being created out in the fields are just incredible. Everyone's doing dances as families. There was a lady earlier that I met that was in her 90s, and she was actually in a wheelchair, and they showed me a picture of her putting crutches up in the air in the middle of the tulips. And I think that's what's so special about this event and the experience, is that this time of year it is grey. It is a little bit grey. It's on the turn into spring, and going out to a field that's just full of colour. From a mental health perspective, everyone is just so uplifted.
Stuart and Sam have already impressed thousands of visitors with the Tulip Festival. But there's one final test. Because before this can truly be considered a success, it needs the Dutch seal of approval. And that comes from 2 people who helped get this off the ground, Simon and Leanne. And their verdict?
So for a first time experience, I think you did an amazing job. Wow.
Against the weather, against the clock, and against expectation, they didn't just make it work, they made something special. After 27 days of operation, the Tulleys Tulip Festival draws to a close. 27 days of early mornings, unpredictable weather, and 1,000 small problems solved along the way. There were moments it shouldn't have worked, moments when it nearly didn't work, but it did. Because against the odds, the tulips bloomed, the gates opened, and the people came. And in the end, a record-breaking victory.
Yeah, really mixed emotions. It's been an incredible time, it really has. The team's worked really, really hard. I'm tired now, I have to say. I'm looking forward to a break. We've gone from a team of about 19 people, the whole team, to from 10 people on shift each day to today 50 people. So we just weren't expecting it, and it's incredible. I mean, the field, once it came out, you realise why people want to come. It does look amazing, even now. And you look at the actual tulips and it just looks amazing. It really does. And the feedback's just been incredible. The reviews that we've been getting, yeah, it's been amazing. It really has. Everything will get stripped out of this courtyard and, yeah, pack everything away.
Yeah, it's as we've gone through, we've sort of fine-tuned the experience that we've put together for this season. Because before we opened, we weren't sure whether people would visit. So what were they visiting? Why were they coming? Why were they visiting? Who were we going to attract? And now we know that it's now we know that it's popular. Now we know that that people have enjoyed it. We can certainly make it a wider, more expansive experience. There's a lot of farm behind me that we can move tulips into, and also make a bigger sort of area and a hub for people to base themselves, so we can spread things out a little bit. Hopefully allow more people to enjoy it. Well, the whole local community have embraced it, and certainly Tulleys Hill, the shops and pubs and restaurants and things in the area have all done better from it. So yeah, it's really good. It's really good. The colour seems to be what they're looking for, especially after a long winter. Spring is almost the first splash of, and we've certainly created a bit of a kaleidoscope of colour in what we've done. Obviously, tulip fields in Holland are really popular, and to bring a sort of an essence of that into the UK, possibly the first time. There are tulip growers in the UK that people visit, but certainly from a sort of visitor attraction perspective, and actually a sort of a purpose-created spectacle of tulips. It's got to be up there as to one of the main tulip events in the country now, I should think. The team and the quality of the people, just getting everyone smiling, and Sam, my son, that runs the operation side of things, he's very, very good at creating that team and that sense of community within it. Every essence of it has kind of come together really and works, I would say, in harmony. Every bit, everyone's been very motivated to try and bring the vision to life.
I'm quite excited to shut the door, to be honest. We're done.
But the story doesn't end there. It's only just beginning.
So last year's event took us by surprise how popular it was. So we've kind of now used the area we'd normally use for the Pumpkin Festival and really expanded the event out sideways. So instead of putting 500,000 bulbs in last year, we've put 1.5 million bulbs into the farm for this season, and used areas of the woodlands, the ponds, the lakes, and created more backdrops for people to interact with.
We obviously were really quite surprised by the success of last year, and sort of took the opportunity upon ourselves, realised that there was no one else in the market doing it in the country, and we've actually expanded to 2 other sites, one in St Albans in Hertfordshire, and what we've done there is effectively replicated what we did here last year, so it's a carbon copy effectively. And then also a 3rd site in Warwickshire at Hatton Country World, and that's just in the perfect location, and that's going really, really well.
If I said it was easy, I'd be lying. It has been a huge challenge. Logistically, always needing bits of equipment in different sites in one place, and we've had people on the road virtually every day going off in different directions, but hugely rewarding. To see the Tulleys brand move into the Midlands, where we're not that known, and being very successful, and also north of London, it's really worked well, but we've learned a lot.
So yeah, from a planting perspective, they all got planted within a couple of days of each site, and they've all worked. Guessing when the tulips are going to finish and when they're actually going to bloom at the start of the season is probably the hardest thing, because obviously when we're here we can be here 24 hours of the day and monitor what they're looking like and what the weather's like, but we're quite quickly realising that the weather obviously is very different up and down the country. So it's yeah, that's probably the biggest challenge, is knowing when we're going to be able to finish and when we can start the event as well.
It's so gorgeous. It's really great. It's very lovely, nice and colourful.
I've actually learned quite a lot today. I didn't know much about tulips until today.
Very photogenic everywhere. We're from Vienna, so we've came a long way. It's very nice to see. So beautiful out here. We can take a lot of pictures here and there. This is something you have to see, guys.
At Tulleys, each year is shaped by the seasons and by the people. So it's natural to wonder what comes next.
He's prodding now about 2026, and you're going to have to pay me a lot of money to tell you that. It's top secret, or will be revealed. You've got to come down.